Hi, my name is Chris.
And I'm Tucker.
And in our last video, we discussed some of the 8 wastes and how to identify problems and inefficiencies on your job site.
So now Chris and I are going to go through a few of the methods that we would like to teach you on how you guys can prevent these wastes from happening on your construction site.
A few of those methods include 5S, A3, value stream mapping, fishbone diagram, and the 5 whys. However, you need to choose the method that is best suited to your problem and can be used in your company.
Chris and I have decided that the fishbone diagram and 5 whys would be the best methods for us to use to solve the problem that we identified on our site.
So to recap, on the last video that we did, we identified an inefficient method of delivery for the joist to the site. Now, the wastes that we identified were the carpenters had a skilled worker or waiting waste, and the transportation waste we identified was for the crane movement of the joists. We'll go through these a little bit more as we go through our fishbone and 5 why methods.
So using the fishbone and 5 why, we are going to do a root cause analysis. In other words, we want to know the root cause of the problem and not just identify a symptom of the problem.
But we went ahead and drew the fishbone diagram to save a little bit of time. So whenever you're drawing it, you want to start off by writing your initial waste that you identified on your project, and then your factors that may have something to do with those, such as your delivery, your plans and specs, people, and method. Now, once you've written down the factors, you want to identify the possible contributors to those factors. So for delivery, we have the delivery location for the joists was wasteful, considering that they had to be moved several times. The delivery times, since they were delivered the day before, the contractors could not correct where the joists were delivered to. Plans and specs, the plans were not able to be re-engineered or sent to the architect so that they didn't have to be cut and were specific to each individual house. And the specs lack clarity, so the carpenters had to cut each one and fit to the specific house. Also, you have people, and such as the super did not talk with purchasing to correct the problem for the delivery site. And under the method, it was unnecessary to have the joist moved and cut by the carpenters and moved by the crane.
So now that we have got some of the possible issues, we can begin to get to the root cause and ask some questions. These are the 5 whys. Now, you can have more than 5 questions, but lean methods state that you should at least ask 5. So some of the questions that Chris and I came up with were, why do the joists have to be moved 3 times? Why do the joists have to be cut before install? And why were the joists delivered the day before the installation and not the day of the installation? As far as why the joists were moved 3 times, the joists are delivered to a laydown area and then moved to a cut area and then they're installed. That is a waste. Why were they delivered the day before installation and not the day of installation when they could have been taken right off a truck and moved right into place? These are just some of the questions that we came up with, and this is a basic 5 why example.
So I hope we've given you some tools on your journey to implement lean at your company, and kind of given you the introductory information you need to start using these methods.
So thank you for joining us here at Utah Valley University and having an open mind with some of the things that we've talked about. And remember, stay lean.